Welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel. I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. The information on the channel is intended for dog collectors and not children. And today we are going to be taking a look at the brand new McFarlane Toys 3 Jokers, the Criminal Joker. But first, if you're new, then welcome. This channel is all about cool action figures, analyzing them, hunting them, taking pics of them, and of course, playing with them. If that's your sort of thing, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you stay notified when I do upload new content. And if you do enjoy this video or any other content that I put out, please remember to give them a thumbs up. It's free and easy for you to do, and it really helps the channel grow. With all that out of the way, guys, once again, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new McFarlane Toys 3 Jokers, Criminal Joker. So with this figure right here, it completes my 3 Jokers waves. Now I know you guys are thinking, CoolFigurez, you haven't talked about the back row, and yes, I know that, and that's because in my universe, in my collection, I do not collect Bat Family. The only exception being Red Hood, because he's occasionally a Bat Family member, but not really. He doesn't really play by the Bat Family rules, and he doesn't have that typical, shitty stereotypical, oh, I'm a Batman Bat Family, like he's an anti-hero, he plays on his own, he doesn't need that shit. But that's just me. If you like the Bat Family, that's you, that's just me, that's just my collection, as you are free to do with yours. So with this figure, my 3 Joker wave is complete. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and jump on into what he comes with. Of course, being a DC Multiverse figure, he of course comes with a DC Multiverse stand right there, the DC logo stamped in on it. And of course, he comes with a trading card right there. There's the front, and let's go ahead and flip it around to the back. You can go ahead and pause the video if you want to read that. And what do I have to say about this figure? First and foremost, it is an okay figure. I think I am slowly going to start coming out of the DC Multiverse figures. A lot of figures are starting to disappoint me, especially for the price point that we're paying. I'm just not seeing the value for the money there anymore. More so with the DC Multiverse than anything. I mean, Star Wars Black Series is right there, don't get me wrong. Especially with the QC issues, though, a lot of companies are really cutting corners when it comes to QCs and whatnot. So McFarlane Toys is not the only exception. Obviously, like I said, Hasbro. I've seen a lot of the new Power Ranger Ninja Hasbro figures being really wonky in the paint apps and whatnot. I didn't get those figures, so I can't speak from my own experience or perspective, but I've seen enough pics to know that McFarlane Toys is definitely not the only one with QC issues. So why don't we go ahead and just pull this guy forward, because he does come with one other accessory, and that being the cane right here in his hand. So let me go ahead and pull that forward, and as you can see, it is definitely already bent as it came out of the box. So it is that typical McFarlane and wonky soft plastic. As you can see, I can totally just bend it the opposite way and whatnot. At least he painted it 2 different colors. You have a gold top right here and a straight black bottom, and the top does have some nice engraving and handling, but it's shit. Give Joker his fucking gun. Give him his proper gun. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm over this. That's another reason that I'm slowly edging out of McFarlane Toys. And I know it's not him, because he does include guns with his Spawn figures, but it's just, I guess, Warner Brothers at this point. I'm just over giving money to companies that are shortchanging me on things they should be giving me with figures, especially the McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. In terms of weapons and stuff, what the fuck is this cane bullshit, this fucking crowbar bullshit? These are comics. I understand they're kids that like this, but that's what Spin Master's for. That's what other companies are for. And honestly, if parents don't want to buy, and let's be honest, what parents are paying $20 or buy McFarlane DC Multiverse figures for their kids? They're not. Let's be honest, they're not. So the majority of buyers are adults. It's a collector line. But with that being said, go ahead and pull this guy forward and go ahead and look at one other accessory that he comes with, and you're probably thinking to yourself, what other accessory does he come with? Well, it is a removable leg, because this thing just seems to fall off whenever the fuck it wants to. And this is where my QC issues stem from, because while this leg is properly secure, I can do this all day and it's fine. It's not going to go anywhere. I do this with this one and it comes out no like resistance or anything. And this isn't the only figure that I've had from McFarlane Toys where I have this issue, and it's just starting to get to the point where it's like, Todd, fix your fucking toys. I'm sorry, but like I said, I'm paying $20, which I understand is not a lot, especially nowadays. But I at least deserve a figure that's not going to fall apart on itself. So, yeah, that's one of the reasons. But also, the suit looks kind of they should have cut the plastic a little tighter on him. The shoulder holes right here are just really big, and look, you could totally see into the whole figure right there. So, I know it sounds like I'm being really hard and negative on this figure, but that's because I am. I mean, I'm really trying to find something positive to say, other than at least it completes my 3 Jokers. I mean, look at this. It looks like 2 different colors. So yeah, the only positives I can think of is that it completes your 3 Jokers wave. Other than that, if you're just looking for a Joker to pick up, I would highly recommend the Comedian or the Clown. Not that those 2 are that much better, but at least they're a lot more jokery than this one. Like I said, at least this completes my 3 Jokers wave. It is what it is. But yeah, why don't we go ahead and jump on into articulation, because if I keep talking about the look of this figure, we're just going to be here for a while. So he can look all the way to the right, all the way to the left, and oh yeah, this guy comes with the side eye, as you can see, so add that to the fucking list. He can look down that far, he can look up that far, he has a bit of head wobble, he can definitely go out to a T-pose with all that fucking space in that cut right there. 360 rotation at the shoulder, 360 rotation at the bicep, does come with double hinge elbows, so he can hinge all the way and possibly even just slap himself in the face. Look at that. Oh, that's what the side eye is for. So he can slap himself in the face and you'll be like, ugh. Alright, that makes sense, Todd. It makes sense. Rotation at the wrist, hinging in and out. No ab or midsection articulation whatsoever. He can kick out that far, so he cannot join the cheerleading squad. I'm going to look at this leg because it's not going to pop out. You get slight rotation at the upper thigh. You do get double hinge knees, which allow him to kick back that far. He can kick forward that far, which is good because it actually stayed in. Spoke a little too soon on that one. And as you can see, the joint is actually totally facing this way, so I'm going to have to try to rotate it down and then plug it back in. There we go. Okay, so looking at his ankle articulation, that far down, that far up, and you do get... Oh, you're supposed to get toe articulation. There's a cuff for toe articulation, but it doesn't want to budge on either foot. So I guess you may or may not get toe articulation on yours, depending on if yours wants to work or not. So yeah, guys. Man, I really hate toy reviews like this because it sounds like I'm just trying to be negative the whole time, but when there's just not a positive, there's just not a positive, guys. So like I said, if you're just looking for a Joker to pick up, this one is definitely one to avoid. But if you're looking to just complete your 3 Joker waves as I was, go and pick it up at your local Target, because that's where I found this guy. So with that being said, guys, join me every Sunday morning for Coffee and Toys, a weekly toy news, toy talk podcast where we will go over all the latest and great toy news, reveals, pre-orders, and so much more. And join me every Wednesday for Coffee and Toys live over on Instagram at CoolFigurez, where I will go live and speak to a new guest every week, and we'll talk some toys and so much more. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at some really cool pics I took of this guy. And if you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a great fucking day. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you enjoyed those pics, you can find the full images over on Instagram at CoolFigurez. And I do have a separate Instagram account for my more thought out, planned out, more edited pics called Epic Shots. by CoolFigurez. Check it out. If you like what you see, leave me a follow there as well. And if you guys want to see the unboxing of any figures I do reviews on for this channel, go ahead and check me out over on TikTok at CoolFigurez. That's where I post all my unboxings. And join me every Sunday morning for Coffee and Toys, a weekly toy news, toy talk podcast where we will go over all the latest and great toy news, reveals, pre-orders, and so much more. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. But whether or not you're a subscriber, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me talk about toys. I really appreciate it. As always, I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Thank you so much to this channel sponsor, CoolFigurez Store. Check them out for all your Funko Pop, anime, Pokemon card, and toy print needs. And of course, use code CoolFigurez at checkout for 10% off your order. CoolFigurez Store. Check them out, guys.